8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're going. Alright, as per usual, start off at the house. 50 bucks. And yeah, they're very cute cat toys, you know? I like a cute cat toy. We got a bird toy once that squeaked when you moved it, and Max didn't put it down for a full day, carried it everywhere with him. That is adorable. Bomb me, please. Oh, hearts. Alright. Tier 1 tree pull is nothing of relevance. Let's see what Uncle's got for us. Little health, okay. God, he went out like Baron Zeppeli. He gave me his life essence so that I could carry on the fight. And, ooh, Ice Rod. Ice Rod. No, I'm not going to try Hyrule Castle with just, like, 2 shots of the Ice Rod. Not going to happen. Alright, off to the Sanctuary. 50 bucks. Well, that is bottle money. Yeah, I don't think Peaches is really, like, this is the first toy that she, like, I haven't noticed her carrying toys around like this. It might be a recent thing now that she's the only cat in the apartment. Ooh, heart container. Not useful in the slightest. I don't know why I responded to that with ooh. If anything, those O's should have been pronounced O. What's the bush crab got for me? Hearts. Alright. Hearts from the bush crab, hearts from the tree pull. 20 bucks up there, I don't need that. Avoid that bird. And 300 bucks, which I will grab because that's progress towards Zora money. Jump in the hole and see what we got in here. Heart piece. Okay, we are now halfway to getting a little bit more health. Certainly not going to talk to that guy because all he does is tell me about one of his bandit friends. So off looking for their missing ether medallion. Bonk. I don't have any bombs, so I will be grabbing the safety bomb from over here. Part of me thinks I should do it a second time, but I am not going to do that. We are playing it footloose and fancy-free. Part of me thinks I should have maybe used that in the well, but this is a good enough spot too. There's a good chance of bombs here. 300 bucks. Bottle. Bow. Glove. Okay, this was an incredible room. What's this one got for me? 20 bucks. Alright. We didn't get more bombs, but that's okay. I can talk to the bottle vendor. I can check in the well. And worst case scenario, I can buy bombs because I have a ton of money now. You have Quake. Okay. There are 3 chests in the well that I can open without bombs. Let's find out if one of them has bombs. 20 bucks. Shovel. 10 arrows. Heart piece. None of them had bombs. That's actually very strange. Okay, well, we'll have to come back. There's one more check in there that I couldn't get. Let's see what Sick Kid and the back of the inn have. If they have bombs, then I don't need to buy bombs. Heart piece. Alright, well there's my last heart container. Or my last heart piece for the container. This chest is 10 arrows. Okay. Alright, we're gonna buy some bombs. Which is fine. There's a shop right here. They are overpriced, but you get 10 of them. So really, in the end, it's a little bit worth it. Whoa, that was close. Oh, I don't know if anybody noticed. Bombs. God damn it. I came in, I threw the bomb at the wall, I tried to pick up a chicken. She got stuck in arms up position. I've had that happen once before. Not during a race, thankfully, but if you miss time picking up the chicken, you end up getting stuck with your arms up in the air. You cannot interact with things, you can't move, you can't use items or anything. You just have to save and quit. Hammer. Okay. Genuinely huge. Alright. So yeah, I almost glitched myself in a completely vanilla and stupid way. Like, that is 100% a soft lock. You can't leave the house either. I have a short about it, actually. It was weird. And the fact that I was able to walk into the bomb explosion means that it reset her, and she put her arms down. I'm just going to go for this. This is probably trash, but here we go. Normally I don't like to do this with a sword, because picking up these shrubs does take a little bit longer than it's cutting them down. But it's 20 bucks. I don't care about that. Alright, off this way we go. We're going to use this shovel we picked up to see what's in the dig spot. And from there, I guess I'm close enough that I'll just run to South Shore. Guard, get away from me. Ether medallion. Oh boy, another thing I can't use. I'm curious about something. Satisfy my curiosity, guard. What's my shatter prize? It's just a heart. Why is every reward a heart? What is going on? Yeah, it might be a good time to check the map. Okay. Well, I can do one of these dungeons. But instead of doing a dungeon, I opt to do some of these checks. It's Valentine's Day for Cadence. Oh, I guess so, yeah. Hearts from everybody. That or there's been a defective box of Lucky Charms distributed. God, I know, I'm sure they're terrible for you, but those those marshmallows are tasty. I understand you can buy, like, just a big bag of that style of marshmallow. And it is perhaps for the best that I've not, because that would not be healthy. I don't know. Snacks are, you know... Snacks are allowed to not be healthy. The bags are like 40 bucks. You guys not drop anything? You're not dropping anything. $300. Sword, thank God. $1. $20. And a bee in a bottle. What kind of bee? The good kind. Alright. You bought one of those little bags of the marshmallows for hot chocolate a while ago. They did not make it to the hot chocolate. I can't say I blame you. Especially, you know, depending on the time of year. Sometimes you don't want hot beverages. God, the temperature friggin' just boomeranged out here lately. We apparently broke records for heat yesterday, and then today, frost warning. Like, what the heck? $20. Okay. Let's set up our water walk so that we can go check out that waterfall cave. A guard hiding in the bushes. What were you doing in those bushes, sir? It wasn't even a bush, it was tall grass. Okay, I am going to check what's on the island, and it is a heart piece. I don't need that. I probably should have saved that bee. He could be useful. Bombs, $50, but I wanted to see what this fairy would give me. Blue potion. Give me another one. My God, worth it. Beating his sword. You know, possibly. I don't know what sort of armor they've got for leggings, but, you know. $20, I don't care about that. This has been such a money-rich seed that I do have to think that Zora might have something related to progress. So let's find out. Bombs. Nope. Okay. Alright, we're going to save and quit out of there. And we're going to go to, I guess, my house? I can climb Death Mountain and get 2 items. I can do the back of Escape and get, I don't remember what I got out of Sanctuary. Or I can go to Eastern Palace and test out the name of the room. And also see what Sahashwal has got. Observe as I switch over to the hammer so I can do this. $20. Heart piece and heart piece. Oh, go east. Yes, we are opposite of the Pet Shop Boys right now. I just realized if you made a playlist based off of songs containing the word West, they'd be on there twice. Go West and West End Girls. Both bangers. Oh boy, full heart container. Well, that's one of the 3 items that's in Eastern Palace. I don't even remember what medallion this place has. Or not medallion, pendant. If this is green, then that's an extra item. But I somehow doubt it's green. That would be vanilla. God, she didn't even hit the switch when stepping on it. Map. Okay. We continue inward. God, so I was mentioning earlier, my weekly games that I play just went disastrously wrong today. Apparently, I don't know where Idaho is. Ooh, hook shot. That's worth coming in for. Hobo's fire sheds no light. Hobo has bombos. That's handy. Okay. This is going to be the vanilla big key. Yeah, map tap in particular. Threw something at me where I had me like what? Like, first off, Idaho. I thought Midwest. Apparently, Pacific Northwest. At least that's where I would. At least that's how I would describe the location it's in. It's like it like borders Oregon. Is that not Pacific Northwest? That feels Pacific Northwest to me. There's our big key. Yes, you eat a lot of damage doing that, but it's fine because there's a fairy fountain in this dungeon. I also had to pick out Yellowstone National Park. What's my stun prize? Magic. Alright. Bombs. Alright, that means the boss has the compass, which I don't want, so saving and quitting. But we have purpose now. We got the hook shot, so I can actually do things on Death Mountain. Yeah, Yellowstone National Park, no clue about where that is. I needed to pick Singapore after that, and shamefully, I know where Singapore is, but I picked the wrong island. In fact, the problem is I picked an island. I knew it was over there with Malaysia and Indonesia. Oh, wow. Castle sucks. Yeah, I know it's over by Indonesia and Malaysia. I just, you know, accidentally picked, I think, the island of... not Java... and not Borneo, but the one up from that. No, actually, no, I did pick the island of Java. The important thing is it's the wrong fucking island. It's not even on an island. It's on the little peninsula that juts out from Thailand. So, that was way off. Oh, I found the hole. Okay. Things you want her to say. Alright, now I have the old man. Oh, number 4 was Xi'an, a city in China. I don't know my Chinese cities like at all, so that's always going to be... Cities in China are almost as bad as cities in Russia. Just a big-ass country that I have no bearing on for where things are. It's rough. Ow. Ow. And then, just the piece de resistance, the final thing I needed to find on the map, Ascension Island, British Overseas Territory. Alright, heart piece, I don't need that. Yeah, British overseas territory does not help you find anything at all. You know how much territory Britain has overseas? They spent like 300 years gathering it. They still have plenty. And then my ass, I thought, well, it's probably one of those big islands in the, you know, over by Antarctica. So, grabbed one of those. Not one of those. The one I picked is French territory. So, way off base with that. It turns out, no, it's just in the middle of the Atlantic. Ooh, red cane. That's important. Yeah, middle of the Atlantic. So, I was way off, like, disastrously way off. It's been a while since I had a score below 900 in map tap, and well, I got hit with that today. Heart piece, heart piece, heart container, shield, arrows. Alright. Whoop! Trying to line up better on the back. Fine. It's faster once you've fallen down to just walk out and go to the actual cave. Ow. Assuming you don't die on the way. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're getting banged up something fierce. It's okay. There's a ferry at the top of the mountain. We get our health back when we step out here. There, health back. I'm gonna go do this dungeon before I do Spiral Cave. This is... oh god, it's also a pendant. Jesus Christ. Alright, and the other one, Eastern Palace, is blue. I don't gotta worry about that. Alright, well, you know what? We found the hookshot in Eastern Palace, so maybe this will be worth it. Small key. We hate it already. Finding a small key there means I probably am looking at going into the basement. I don't want to go into the basement. Shovels in Kakariko go well. No, it's not. It's in my inventory. Ooh, magic powder. That's one item. Alright, so the big key is officially... big key is officially in the basement then. Use our Haripot clip to go directly to the top floor. And then jump in this hole. Compass. Arrows is in the Hype Cave. No, they aren't. Wait, Hype Cave. No, they might... yeah, they still are, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, I'm going to fight the boss and hope that he has the second item in this dungeon. Because if I have to go into the basement for the big key and then come all the way back up for that last chest, that's not going to happen. Excuse me. I just need to hit him in the ass with the hammer 3 times. Don't hit me towards that. Okay. I have successfully hammered Moldorm's ass. Alright, we're done with the dungeon. It was $5. Why did I grab that? You know what? It's fine that I grabbed that. For all I know, this might be a pedestal seat. It's probably not, but it could be. You know what? No, that was the correct move, because that is the fastest way out of the dungeon. Now I'm out of the dungeon. I'm going to go over here and do Spiral Cave. For my last item for Death Mountain. Well, there's one more item on Death Mountain that I can't get right now because I don't have the Master Sword and I don't have the book. It's fine. Okay, here's my new plan. Sanctuary. Back to Kakariko. Alright, so here's the checks that I have left that I can do. I can check the Magic Bat. That's in logic. I can check what Agina has. I think that's it. So we are scraping the bottom of the barrel for things to do here. I can't do Hobo. I don't have flippers. I mean, I can go get him, but he's not in logic. Whereas this is in logic. I'm thinking about like what the race seed would be routed towards me doing. This is 20 bucks. Alright. Looks like Agina. Oh! Or Hyrule Castle. God, don't let it be Hyrule Castle. Yeah, when my checks have dwindled this much, it makes me think that like sequence breaking might take me away from actual progress. So I'm gonna go to Agina first, and then I'll do Hyrule Castle. This guy will be faster. I almost want to call Agina a hobo too, but he lives in a cave, so he's got it furnished. You know, he's not living in a boxcar here. Just bombs over there. I don't need to worry about those. Oh, those were some clean dashes. It's true, he is a hermit. He is a magic man who has psychic powers. He can apparently sense things in the Golden Land, aka the Dark World. He's a descendant of the 7 wise men, which means his daughter was kidnapped. The flute! I don't think that's technically progress. The flute doesn't get me anywhere that I can't go already. I'm going to go to the castle. I mean, don't get me wrong, the flute is genuinely nice to have. And it would get me up Death Mountain if I didn't already go there. But I've already been there. So, we're going here to see what the progress is here. How? How did he... Moon Pearl. Okay, well that's progress. Let's keep going. You never know. Yeah, Moon Pearl gives us Dark World access. Because we have the hammer, we have a glove, so we can get in there. There's the map. Okay, and a small key. So that just means we gotta go see what's in Zelda's cell. And I'm like, what? What's my strongest weapon? It's probably the hammer. But also, I don't necessarily want to fight the ball and chain guard with the hammer. He hits pretty hard. Let's shoot him with arrows. He takes 4. Good to know. 20 bucks. Alright. That was a waste of my time. But it's fine. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Sanctuary. We're going to run over to Kakariko. I'm going to step back in for a second. Big key map. No small key, so I believe that means Dark Cross is a small key. Which means I'm done in Hyrule Castle. Alright, we're going to activate the flute. And from there we will, well, once we get the flute activated, I'm going to go into the Dark World. In the back of the village. So I'm not actually going to fly anywhere, I'm just getting my ticket punched. I'm like, what's that Discord notification? It's the correct time of day, it is Wordle. Reminding me that, there's one more daily game for the day that I have not played. But you know what? It's also officially tomorrow now, so, maybe the curse will have been lifted, and I'll actually do well in Wordle. Now, I did fail to get yesterday's word too, so maybe that is what was going on. Okay, what's going on in the Dark World? Pod is my last pendant. I don't want to do Skull Woods with no fire rod, so we're gonna go check out what's going on in the village. $100, 10 arrows. Okay, well, I made money playing his game. I could fight blind fairly easily with the baby sword. It's alright to fight blind with the baby sword. He's a little bit of a pushover. Heart piece, okay. I also have a fairy and a blue potion, so it wouldn't even necessarily be bad. Let's continue exhausting our options. Heart piece. Alright. It's official, we're gonna go do Thieves Town. Now it's funny. Kakariko's Dark World self is called the Village of Outcasts. And then the dungeon inside of the village is called Thieves Town. That's one item. And I'm like, so it's a town inside of a village. I don't think that's how this nomenclature works. Town's bigger than village. There's our big key. I am fond of the Cadence Sprite's, Cadence Sprite's Bunny Beam. If I ever get hit by one. She turns into her actual, like, sprite from the game, I believe. Flippers! Okay, well that puts hobo in logic. The word of the day is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If I hear the sound of that, I think it quite atrocious. That's right, I know the song. There is a thing that I like to do where I ask people, what's the best Disney film? And you ask people what the best Disney film is, and everybody's mind immediately goes to the animated films, right? And I'm just like, oh no, 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 you forget. It's Mary Poppins. It's got Julie Andrews, it's got Dick Van Dyke, it's got great music. They got, like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit quality real life mixed with animation. There's a talking umbrella at one point. It is my opinion. That is true. But I feel the combination of Dick Van Dyke and Julie Andrews makes it a very, very strong contender. And people always forget about it because it's live action rather than animated. Alright, my stun prize is magic. Okay. So, we're missing the map and 2 items. There's 1 item. The map is either on the boss or in the big chest, and I can get both. It is true, a lot of the Disney stuff, like the live-action stuff, well, there's the map, okay. A lot of the Disney live-action stuff is admittedly trash. A lot of it is just like straight to DVD, you know, things like, you know, I love Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I love it. I think I might like that more than Mary Poppins. But it's kind of trash. You know, things like The Parent Trap or Escape to Witch Mountain or, you know, that sort of thing. They're not great. Any old sword will make the cut here. Oh my god! Fine. We do it with blocks. Beverly Hills Chihuahua. That sounds like a nightmare. Like, here's the sequel to Oliver and Company. Alright, successfully beaten. Ooh, the mirror! That's a good get. Why the F did they pick The Rock for the remake of Witch Mountain? I didn't even know they remade Witch Mountain. I mean, I guess I could see it. The Rock was doing a lot of family-friendly films at the time. Maybe. I know he was in that Tooth Fairy movie. But he was also in Doom, so I don't know. He's in Jumanji. That's kind of family-friendly. I don't know if I know that meme. I'm going to have a look up here. Okay. It's just a heart piece. I don't need that. You will find it. Good. I will look at it when I get an opportunity. How do they get around his I don't lose clause for Doom? I don't know if he had the kind of star power to demand that sort of thing at that point. I mean, he clearly lost in that one episode of Star Trek Voyager he showed up in, right? $50, okay. You could argue that he sort of lost in the other guys. It's just he lost to the ground when him and Sam Jackson leapt to their death. God, you know, I don't care for Mark Wahlberg as a human being, but that was a very fun movie. Bombs. Okay. Alright, that's my Dark World adventures thus far. It's so weird because, like, The Rock feels like he's basically built to play the role of Black Adam. And the whole I can't lose clause feels like the sort of thing Black Adam would demand in a film. I don't know. Out of my way, Cyclops. I'm going to check this guy over here. Because there will never be a better chance to check the catfish. Give me that shrub. God damn you. Alright, bush into the water. Let's check this DM. $20. Yay! Okay, I do recognize the rock looking over his shoulder. I don't recognize... Hello, welcome on in. Oh, we're just doing our race. Talking about The Rock and Disney films. Yeah. I was sent a meme of The Rock looking over his shoulder. I have seen The Rock looking over his shoulder. I don't remember a blonde kid in the back of the car. Which is not to say there isn't one, there probably is. That's not the sort of thing that would, I don't know, maybe it's included and I just didn't get an animated version of it. Oh, the other part has a blonde teenager yelling back at him. It might be on the Know Your Meme page, which didn't completely preview in Discord. $20 there, I don't need that. Time to go check Hobo. Hobo will, of course, unlock Ice Palace for me if I so choose to go there. We already know what he's got because I read a hint tile. What the? Okay. Never mind about Ice Palace. I thought the hint tile said the hobo's light sheds no. The hobo's fire sheds no light. That was a heart piece. I can't do anything with that. You know what? Let's get out of here. We're gonna go to Hype Cave. And then I guess we'll do Swamp Palace? $20, okay. Blue Cane. 10 arrows. Heart piece. Red mail. Oh my god, we're already suited up. Man, we are just going to be taking no damage, which is good because I can deal no damage on account of using this baby sword. Alright, let's go activate the dam. Okay, no, yes, I have seen this meme format. Oh my god. Why did I think when you said that it was a blonde kid in the backseat yelling back at him, that it would be like... I pictured like Zachary Ty Bryan or something from the 90s, like just actually yelling. It's just like conversation. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, the water bugs don't even die from the baby sword. This is gonna be rough. I hope I find a sword upgrade soon. They did give Cadence a toothpick. Titan's mitts. Alright, well that is genuinely a huge deal. Gives me access to Kakariko again. I can rescue the blacksmith. We can embark on Smith Chain. That's nice. I'm going to grab this key, and then I will gird myself for the Specky clip. Observe as I pass through a wall. Ta-da! It's so easy to do! But for the longest time it was considered against the rules for the Racing League. And then Saku was like, well, they allowed it in the actual regular league, so I guess we're going to allow it too. It was considered a major glitch, apparently. There's our big key. It's true, just gotta vibrate at the right frequency. Map. I'm missing enough things, I'm gonna go to the left side. There we go. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? My sword is too short to hit this switch through the wall. I hope that was close enough. Joe, do not taunt the fire snake into coming your way. It did hit, thank God. Okay. Now, since I'm not technically clipping through any actual walls there, that is not considered a major glitch. So it's fine. Just imagine Cadence has the iron boots from Ocarina of Time. There's bombs, and... more bombs. Okay. Not saying okay like that. We recently rewatched Kung Pao Enter the Fist. And every time, just... okay. When he's at the temple and he's like, oh, he's asking the master for help. And he's just like, I'm afraid it would be impossible for us to assist you. And he just goes, Master, I implore you to reconsider. Okay. And then he helps him. Oh, it's such a stupid bit, but I love it. Heart, peace, arrows. God, the birdies and the tigers. Oh my God. What a good movie. It's so stupid, I love it. More bombs. Oh my God, they're everywhere. Who's the boss in this dungeon? Ted Kaczynski? 90s kids remember. I can skip that last key because I stole one from earlier. Okay, so this is going to suck, but this is how we're going to have to do it. So much pausing. I'm gonna have so much time spent in menus. Baby Sword does not enough damage to kill these things in less than 2 hits. Like, I don't want to be standing there swinging at these things for 4 hits, you know? God, right, the blind master named you. Was that the first one, or was that the second one? The third? I thought that mostly took place in France. I'm all out of magic. Okay. Yes, we're not shaving an eyeball today, we are gently irritating it. Sprinkling it with cold air. Poking it with a baby sword. And yeah, and you know what? We didn't even have a sharp blade to cut the hair with. We just yanked it out and then hit it with a hammer. God, it's like I've just hit it with like a straightening iron or something. Okay, well that's this place. I mean, I got the Titan's Mitt, so that is something. Alright, we continue. Worst eye exam ever, yes. Do you see the hot air balloon? Do you see the house at the end of the field? Or do you see Cadence hitting you with a hammer? God, Rush Hour 3. I'm a little conflicted about Rush Hour 3 because knowing what you know about the director now and the fact that he cast some people with some serious allegations against them. Steve's already forfeited. What the heck? It hasn't been an hour. What's going on? Maybe something came up in real space. You know, that can happen. Anyway, the fact that they cast Roman Polanski as a Parisian cop whose whole gimmick was that he molests people at the airport for entertainment and punishment has me like, oh no, that's Roman Polanski. That cuts a little too close to home. I'm like, is that why they had to film in Paris? Because he can't leave the country? Yeah, they didn't credit him in the credits because they probably didn't want people to realize that was Roman Polanski. He was convicted and he fled the country. That's why he's not allowed to leave France. You know, I've heard that they were working on Rush Hour 4. We'll see what happens with that. It's one of those things that's been, like, in discussion for a while, and they keep talking about it, but also, like, things have happened lately to make it a little more likely. I don't know. Maybe Brett Ratner went to the island. $20. Oh yeah, 1 and 2 were fantastic. They are, honestly, like, that's some great cinema right there. Third one felt a little bit strained. Also, it is weird that Rush Hour is like $1. Wow. Rush Hour is how I remember what year Hong Kong was handed back over to the Chinese from Britain. Is that a little weird? It might be a little weird. Because that's the inciting incident at the start, is the British Council was getting removed from Hong Kong because it was going back to Chinese control, because their 100-year lease was up. And it came out in 97, so that's, you know, when that happened. $20. Oh my god! Wait, we can do Desert Palace. We can do Desert Palace. Might even be able to do this place. Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay. I'm curious what's in the shed area here, though. There's usually some good stuff in the Meyer shed. Fire shield and bombs. So many bombs! I'm also going to check Checkerboard Cave, because why not? I'm already here. For a full container, yeah, I'll grab that. Yeah, I would not be shocked if they managed to pull off Rush Hour 3 happening. Or not 3, 4. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I am, of course, a big fan of the movies in general. In fact, if we stick around at the end of the race here, I will be selecting a new movie at random from a list of, originally it was 52, but now I think it's down to like 31? Spring Ball are behind Ridley. Thank you for that SMZ hot tip. Oh, no, that's the big key. Let's get what's in the big key chest. Small key. Alright. This is looking familiar. My warm-up, it was kind of like this too. That's one item. Yeah, I have the mirror. Let's go do it. Third movie was weird because in 1 and 2 there was that little girl, and in 3 she was adult. Yeah! Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, Brett Ratner, what are you up to? Oh my god. Maybe he did go to the island. No. Oh no. The map. Okay. Like, that is the allegation, is, you know, he had some things with some people and it wasn't consensual, and, you know, all that. So, God, that's a whole nother layer to 3. There was that, there was the Roman Polanski angle, the fact that they had, what's his name? Gnarls Barkley guy. CeeLo Green. He did it, and he got off with a plea bargain. I can't do this dungeon. I don't have fire to light these torches. What's wrong with me? Alright, well, we're gonna do Mire, I guess. This is going to be the worst Misery Mire ever. Oh my god. Baby sword. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Fighting Vitreous with the fighter's sword. I mean, I guess I have access to Dark Death Mountain now, too, so maybe this isn't the best place to be. But it's where I am, so... Hello, Tona! Welcome on in! I am racing. Oh, no, that's fine. Hell, sometimes I lean into that joke a little bit. I still do the whole "and knowing is half the battle" shtick. Not a Godmire. This time, though, I'm going to not make the mistake that I made in the practice. I'm going to avoid using it on the door over here. Small key. Alright. I took a lot of damage in that room. I suppose I could have used my blue cane to negate it all spike damage, but yeah, it is what it is. Tono, when last I saw you streaming, it was when I was at work. How are things going? I still don't have fire. I believe your announcement did say that it was Forza 6. Ow. Small key. Alright. You're playing the shit out of that game? I believe it. Look, when you find a game that you enjoy, you know, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna go dig into it, you know? That was me with when I tried out the NES DuckTales. I can't do the upstairs here either. Came out of stream retirement to play Subnautica 2. Yeah, there you go. There's good games out there. And if we don't play them, who's gonna? I'm gonna use this small key to get this chest. Is this the big key? Holy crap, it is. Misery Mire only has 2 items, so this might be okay. It's been going good. That's good to hear. Lamp! Oh my god. My day is saved. I'm gonna go fight the boss. Every purchase of Subnautica comes with a complimentary middle finger to Crafton, who doesn't want one of... Oh, yeah! I heard about that. God, that is a hilarious situation. If I'm thinking of the right thing. He, like, tried to screw around with the re-release of the game or something, didn't he? Yeah! We love when CEOs get court-ordered to pay things. You're going to be playing a bit more tonight. You're going to be going from driving in Forza 6 to driving an Abrams tank in Arma 3. I do recall you enjoying that Arma. Ah, stay away from me, anti-fairy. Good night, come over. I need that health, oh my god. Despite the fact that I have the best armor in the game and a bunch of health pieces. Right, yeah, the legal team, and he asked ChatGPT about legal issues, and then the legal team was like, no, that's wrong. And he's like, well, the internet said otherwise, so I think it knows. And it's like, no, dude. That's most of my bombs. I'm gonna save one. I have a fairy. It's fine if I take another hit. Do not. Okay, I have 2 arrows. That's not enough to kill him. Just need to play this a little bit carefully. There we go. Okay. You know you're in dire straits and even ChatGPT is telling you the idea is bad and you do it anyway. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, do I want to dip back in and grab those last 2 chests? I think I got only 2 items of Misery Mire, so no, I don't want to do those. But I have a lamp now, so I can totally finish Desert Palace, so let's go do that. His reason for doing it in the first place was so alpha male toxic masculinity. It's not even funny. I believe neither of those words, but he proved me wrong. I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Just like, I can't even, like... I thought of something when I was fighting the boss about how stupid somebody has to be to actually pull this shit off. And it has escaped my brain. But like, oh my god. I can't even imagine. None of these pots has anything. I kind of want to grab these pots because I believe they have arrows and bombs, maybe. And I have used all of those. My resources are well depleted. Nope, just arrows and a little bit of magic. Okay, that's fine. We are still baby sorting this. Dude, come back. It's gonna take at least another hit. Alright, the spin did it. His thing was I was paying out money for... Oh, look at the mushroom. Okay. Paying out money for my employees doing a good job is so un-CEO that I simply must ask ChatGPT to puff my ego. Even ChatGPT was like, bro, you're stupid. It's like, just stupid enough to get sued in court and lose everything. Yeah, like... given it... Is it not common knowledge that, like, these chatbot prompts, like LLMs, basically they just go out of their way to give you the answer that you want? To the point that they, like, lie and make things up? Is that not common knowledge at this point? How are people still falling for this shit? I guess that's true. 20 bucks, sweet. I need sword. I need swords, I need fire. I guess we're gonna go up the mountain. A lot of people who just do not keep up with the news outside of their business. I guess, yeah. Yeah. Well, the CEO isn't even interested in making the games anymore. Just interested in making movies. The Unknown World CEO was like, "You're the one who told me to make the Subnautica movies." My God, and yeah, it's like $20 over there. I don't need to worry about that. It's like they just keep giving us great examples of why these people are not actually meant to be held up as any sort of, you know, particularly intelligent people. Ether, I can do that. I hate that I can do this. Turtle Rock has 5 items in it. I'm going to avoid getting them for the time being. Because I can still check Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave. $20. Oh my God. $20. Oh no. What is happening? What are the chances of that? I think you can get that 20 rupees and use it to go to the Zora Kid and spend 500 rupees to purchase 5 rupees. That is true. That is something that happens more than I would like. God, it's like, imagine the opening from Aladdin, except instead of the Cave of Wonders and all the piles of gold and magic enchanted things, it's just, here's some $20 bills. Okay. Okay, so I have 4 out of the 7 crystals. The remaining crystals are in Ice Palace, can't get into it. Skullwoods, can't beat it. And Turtle Rock, which I also can't beat. But Turtle Rock has a bunch of items in it that I can get to, so let's give this a shot. Find out they were all counterfeit. Cash in a chest or cars. That would have been useful to know before I did it. Find out they were all counterfeit, and now the Hyrule Guard are after you. You know, for more than just kidnapping Zelda. I'm like, yeah, they are after me. Fortunately, they're not good at their jobs. Compass, hooray! No, with no fire rod, that's all I can do here. I just realized I can't do the torch room with the moving platform. Requires the fire rod. So we will be going over here. Ow! Ow! No! Over here to Spike Cave. Which of you has a fairy? None of you. Ugh, I hate it. Alright. Hyrule Guard are so bad, they're like, no, he's walking away faster than a brisk walk. We'll never catch him now. They're weighed down by very heavy armor. Plus, in the case of Cadence, they need to wait their turn. Spike Cave strikes again. Green potion. Alright, save and quit. Man. Where am I headed? I guess my best bet is probably to go into Skullwoods. There's 2 chests. One of them might be the fire rod. Honestly, the better chance is probably pod. I have struck the cave, and I guess I got a green potion. That's not the worst reward I've gotten. So in the end, it was only a little bit spiteful. Finally found a new job. No, you did not. What is the deal with your new job? Assuming you're not under NDA or something. Small key. Alright. What's in this chest, then? The map. Alright. It means I need to go around to the back. Check this one. And a Master Sword. Oh my god. I didn't think I'd ever be so happy to find that. What can I do with it, though? Nothing. Can't open the back without the fire rod. After getting laid off from your previous job and spending the last 2 positions under utterly crap managers, this new job is a breath of fresh air. New job told me you were doing a good job. Oh my god, that is rare in this economy. So many bosses are just used to, you know, treating their employees kind of like crap. I'm glad you found a job that actually gives you some positive feedback. Okay, well, given all this information, I guess we're definitely gonna go do Misery Mire. Not Misery Mire, Pod. Yeah, it's like, I know my last job was very much like just constantly dumping shit on me. And, yeah, there was never any, like, you know, positive reinforcement or anything. It was, you know, in fact, my immediate supervisor was kind of a dick and picked on people. At least one person quit the job, like, just left the office altogether because of how she was treating him, and it's like, maybe we should take that as an object lesson and fuck off a little bit? But no, that didn't happen. No lessons learned. New job is, you know, chiller. It is in person, so I actually need to try to go to an office during the day, but, you know, it is what it is. Not every job is remote. I accept that. And this is, you know, possibly a career. Hopefully yours also pans out into career. Compass. Okay. Manager told you was on the team because you're doing a great... manager told you that he was glad you were on the team because you're doing a great job, and you immediately reactioned. Yeah. It is, like... Honestly, like, that is the one thing that a lot of places overlook, is just positive reinforcement. Important. Piece of heart is in plain sight. You know, treat your employees well... And maybe you won't feel the need to throw pizza parties. You know, I like a pizza, but it's no replacement for dental. Okay, small key. You know, I suppose it's not a bad thing that we came here after getting the lamp. There's our fire rod. Okay. God, okay, no, that's technically all I need. Technically. This is going to hurt. I'm gonna go finish those last 3 dungeons with just base Master Sword. Skull Woods. You're a contractor, but you like to think you're officially part of the team. You know what? Yeah, that's the thing. You know, contractor, very often, I could easily see that leading into actual regular employment, maybe. I don't know the exact ins and outs of your situation, but, you know, I've seen contractors get picked up. God, pay schedules, yeah. A friend of mine, God, I need to poke this friend of mine who lives in the area. She, like, signed up for this construction company. She can do, like, electrician. She can do carpentry and, like, painting, so she was like, I can do construction work. And she got picked up by this company, and, like, apparently they didn't pay her on time, and it's not looking great. And I'm just like, oh, that's not good. I should touch base on the weekend. Because, Lord knows, not getting paid on time, not good. I have not been in a situation where that's been the norm yet. Everywhere I've gone has been pretty corporate-y enough that it wasn't really going to be an option. Alright, there's our last item for the dungeon. Let's go fight the boss. Ow. So used to funky pay schedules. Not even funny. One of your jobs even paid once per month. Oh no, that's terrible. Mummies, come on down. What the? I didn't expect the mummies to just explode. That's not what usually happens to them when you freeze them. This place pays per week. Yeah, check the night you put in your time. Feels good. Yeah. No, for sure. My job pays every other week, which does get a little bit hectic when the weeks slide around the month. I will say, the pay situation, like the frequency at my last job was, I feel a little bit easier because it was on the 15th and 30th of the month, or 15th and last day of the month. So, like, you knew you were going to get paid right before rent was happening, so you didn't need to worry about that. Mothula, please. There we go. But now I'm like, I'm gonna get I got paid, like, today. And so I need to sit on this for a week before rent happens. And then a week after that, I'll get paid again. So I'm like, I know that I should throw some money at my credit card to deal with situations, but also, you know, I gotta make sure rent doesn't bounce. So that's priority 1. Rent cannot bounce, or else the landlord will ding me extra. Why am I running out of here? Why the red crystal is Ice Palace. So I guess that's where I'll go next. Ow. Your state just abolished property tax. Oh no. I know that's meant to be read as probably a good thing if you own property, I don't know. But to me, I just look at that and think, oh man, state revenue is going to go down. They are not going to have money for services. I'm like, I'm someone who counts on some municipal services for certain things, like the buses. They don't make money, but they get subsidized. You know, they do cost some money. 10th enemy has the bomb. Just legalize marijuana, will be fine. I hope that is the case. Your state could maybe institute a sovereign wealth fund, you know, based off of the weed sales. A sovereign weed fund. Map. Okay. I don't know why I went out of my way to grab that 20, but there we go. Yeah, it's like how Norway has a bunch of money socked away from oil sales that they just use to invest and make extra money, except with weed. Dang it. Come on. That's what we're looking for. Your state just outlawed the ability to have the people subsidize the data center energy bills, which is unexpected. Nice! God, I heard the Lake Tahoe, I think? They just all got told, hey, guess what? You're no longer going to be able to buy your power from your regular provider. Because they're sending all of their power to a data center. Oh, man. That feels like it should be illegal. Just telling the whole city, guess what? We're no longer providing you with the thing that you've been buying from us. Because somebody needs it to generate pictures of, you know, cats with hats on. Elon needs all of this electricity so that he can feel like a special boy. If Grok doesn't tell him he's a special boy, how will he know it? Small key. Alright. Oh yeah, the AI bubble is absolutely, like, set to burst. Like, and this is maybe I'm being a little bit doom and gloom here, but like, so, Bloomerang, interesting. AI bubble bursting at the same time as ridiculous fuel-based inflation is going to be a colossal double whammy. Ow. The AI is a bubble. It's already started to pop, so much so that even the company just announced they were no longer making consumer-grade memory. They just backtracked that. You know what? I'm not shocked. I forget which state it was. Some state just announced that they, like, approved a, like, data center that's, like, bigger than some... It's supposed to, like, draw more power than the entire state of Utah. Which is just completely fucked up. Sweet, I got the sword beam off. No, no, no. Guys, get back in the... Oh my god. I used all of my energy. Alright, alright. Hammer time. Need to be careful in this fight. How are none of you dead yet? Alright, there's one. I do still have a fairy, right? Yeah, I do. You know what? What am I conserving magic for? There we go. Oh, I have issues with AI because the prevalence of it has made it so that it is prohibitively expensive to replace my computer stuff, and also all of the ridiculous water and energy usage. I watched a thing the other day about how okay, there is an aquifer that runs like under basically the middle of America. It formed there from thousands of years of water just trickling in slowly. And it's getting pretty empty. This is going to be bad. Okay, we're going up the mountain now. Yeah, I don't remember, like, which states it was, but, like, what's north of Texas? But, like, not Oklahoma. That sort of area. You know, not Kentucky, but, like, next to it. All their wells are going to run dry. And it's only going to get worse because they're now sucking up water to run these things, these data centers. Okay, but now we have the fire rod, so we can actually do this now. And from here we'll have all of the crystals. AI replacing people gets you investors. Investing in better coding systems. Energy does not. Yeah. And here's the thing is, like, the AI isn't even going to be able to deliver on replacing people. It's been... Every time they try it, they, like, fire a bunch of people. Kara just finished. Oh my god. They fire a bunch of people when they implement a new AI thing, and then they inevitably have to hire a bunch of people back on to fix the problems that they caused by firing people and implementing busted-ass AI. It happened with Air Canada. Small key, small key. Air Canada implemented a chatbot to handle their customer service stuff. And it was giving people incorrect information and wrong fares. So people were showing up at airports expecting something completely divorced from what they were going to get. And Air Canada was taken to court over this, and their excuse was, well, I mean, it's not a person, so how can it possibly, like, represent the company? They tried to pass it off like the AI bot that they implemented didn't represent the company. Oh my god. I'll just take the hits. And yeah, and that's the whole thing. That's the bubble, is that AI replacing people gets you investors. And The fact that it's not producing any sort of, like, results that make any money. Like, none of these data centers make money. They all lose money. It's just people investing in the AI firms makes the company money. And they need the data centers to keep the hype up. Alright, we're a sprite now. I'm going to guess this is a big key. As a coder with over 30 years of experience in the field, AI can be good in the hands of a coder. Big key, I was right. You make code cheap, meaning you can try new things and iterate really fast. Thinking that it can act without a coder present is asinine. And of course, what's the business model they're attempting, right? And in my brain, I'm just like, well, at present, the business strategy is to... I'm out of magic. The business strategy is to hire people to do things to make you money. That's how rich people make more money, is they just hire people, people do the work. And now they're like, what if we don't have to hire people? So they just want to have a situation where they can just tell the computer, make me money. And then they'll pat themselves on the back for being so clever. I don't care about bombs. It's just health. I was hoping it would be more sword. Almost all the CEOs came out and have said almost all AI replacement has resulted in 0% saved cost. I'm not shocked. I am not surprised whatsoever. Oh, Cape. Cape will be perhaps useful against Ganon. Oh no. That might be okay. It's not okay. Small key. That needed to be that. So here's the thing. I'm going to go down these stairs. And get to this. And have no magic with which to use the red cane. So I'm drinking my green potion. None of these CEOs realize, which is ridiculous by the way, is eventually everyone has to answer to the consumer. If consumers have more money, then they have more money to put into your product, which allows you to hire yeah, if people don't have money to buy the things you're making, then you're not going to make any money. And it's true, they don't think about that. Which is fucked up, but also, like, I don't know, the idea of the social contract. Servo just finished too. The idea of the social contract being something that, like, a rich person paid attention to. I feel those days are long gone. Well, there's a small key. Knock that guy down that way because I don't want to deal with him. Oh no! Taco just finished. Ugh. $100, okay. And also, here's another thing about the whole, like, Consumers won't have money to buy your product. Bombs. Oh my god, I was hoping I'd get a weapon or something. Is companies... Okay, so the really, really wealthy people these days, the folks who have all the money to throw around, they're not making their money by making things. They're making their money by making bets. Which is also fucked up. I feel as though an economy just built off of, you know, gambling on company successes will be a disaster. If nobody's making things and everybody's just making bets on what people will put value on, where's value coming from? Oh my god. Okay. Icehead, you're next. Hold still, I don't want to miss this too much. Alright, we're to magic again. Which means now I gotta drink my blue potion. This is rough. Don't even get you started on the gamble on anything market. Yeah. Supreme Court legalizing gambling nationwide has been bad. Like, it's to the point where news agencies aren't even, like, checking polls anymore. The stock market is gambling, that's true, but also, like... Well, okay, here's the difference between the stock market and outright gambling. Health, okay, that's great. The stock market, you are at least putting your money into a thing. Like, when you buy stock in a company, you are giving that company more money with which to do things. So, it'd be like if you were gambling on a game and every dollar you spent made the players play a little better. Whereas Polymarket is just straight up, like, betting. Now, the futures market, that is 100% gambling. Yeah. And yeah, obviously the money that goes into an investment in a firm doesn't necessarily translate to actual products, and sometimes it just goes to CEO stuff, but yeah. In theory, the stock market doesn't have to be gambling, whereas sports betting has to be gambling. Alright. Small key. $300. We are here looking for... You know what? I'm going to do this side. Time for me to gamble. Usually I don't like to do this side first, but in for a penny, in for a pound, right? I'm going to hold this wall. And while I hold this wall, I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to see what my Discord notification is. I have one. Also my YouTube. Okay, what's going on with Discord? Oh, okay. Alright, the chest is up. And it is a small key. I changed back too late. I've returned to Sprite. Be on fire, mummy. Nobody likes you. Okay. I don't like to use the fire rod for this, because it is an expensive source of flames. Whew, that felt close. Oh, look at that. They're dropping bombs. Money should never go to die in a bank account. Yeah. That's the thing. It's, the theory is the velocity of money. Is that, like, money that people have gets spent and benefits the whole economy. Whereas money that some wanker has in his bank account... Oh, thank God, a sword. Money that some person has stuck in an offshore account just sits there and doesn't do anything. So it's effectively removed from the system. It benefits nobody, it doesn't do any good, it's not used for anything other than making some rich guy feel better about himself. God, I need to be careful with this place. Hey, wait a minute. Like, I don't even need to hit that switch. I can just bonk. I love bonks. It's such a good technology. Alright, I'm going to powder this guy. Grab this small key, and jump into this hole to fight the Armis Knights. Part 2. I never fought the Part 1 here. Okay, well, that went relatively smoothly. 20 bucks. And silver arrows, thank God. Okay. Silver arrows, tempered sword. We're going to be sitting pretty for the Ganon fight. Why am I walking up these stairs? I can't open this chest. So I need to go to the left now. So I will say this. The fact that I went to the right and I got those chests means I will have... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. The fact that I went to the right and I got those chests means I'm going to have an easier time with Ganon. So that's good, at least. Oh, anybody... And this is the thing, is it's going to have been faster to struggle with Ganon with just the Master Sword and regular arrows than to go through the whole right side of the castle. But you know what? I don't mind. Big key on that torch. Oh my God. Ow. Ow. I might end up hitting the refresh cave at the end of this hall. Yeah. I could use the magic. I could use the magic, I say, as I get full magics from every fucking thing in that room. Well, not full, but you know what I mean. Alright, you're dead. You too, and you. Let's go to the next room. And fire rod for you. Zooming on through there. I missed. Well, that sucks. You know what? I'm going to save my magic. Oh, I have tried not missing. Usually it's how it pans out. Okay, there should be arrows under one of these, I think. Yeah. This is a red cane room. I need red cane to kill all these guys at once. So satisfying. And I'll just grab those arrows because I want to have full arrows for the Ganon fight. Okay. Wait for the fire bar, hit that torch, hit that torch, hit that torch, and then we run around. Gosh, yeah, we're, you know, what's my time like? Hour 52. Okay. Heart piece. Bombs. I'm grabbing chests because you never know, I might find half magic. Or a bottle with blue potion. Bomb posts. What? Did I not see a hint that said somebody has a chest that, or a fire that sheds no light? That's Bulbos. What's it doing here? Okay, reading material. I don't think I've seen that in that chest before. That's interesting. Alright. The good news is we still have a fairy in a bottle. And if I'm careful on the Ganon fight, I don't need to worry about magic. One hit. Aga, please. 2 hits. 3 hits. 4. 5. 'How did I miss both of those? 6, there we go. You always count down with you on this point, but do it like the count. 1 hit. Not a bad bit. I just realized it's me and Saku, the last 2 people left in the race. We only had 6, 3 have finished, and 1 is officially forfeited. Alright, well, we'll see how this pans out. This has been a weird seed. Don't stand so close to me. Yeah. Really? Still in phase 1? Still, okay, phase 2 still. Okay, so we're going to be using the lamp on these torches. Because I got a low magic meter right now, let me tell you. Ganon, please, hold still. He is squirrely today. Whew, okay. No, Saku just finished. Okay, well, I'm gonna get 5th place then as I walk across the finish line about 30 seconds after Saku did. Yeah, neck and neck. Done. That's the race. Finished in under 2 hours, that ain't too bad. I'm sorry, you should be. Your princess is in another castle. Alright, I'm gonna leave a comment on this race. My comment is, let's check out the right side of GT, I said. At least I had silvers. Kara says, the rush ped strat worked a lot better than the skip hammer strat. Rush ped? Okay, now I'm curious what pedestal had. Lamps, we don't need no stinking lamps. Can't win them all, you know. No comment from Saku. And no comment from Steve. Yeah, witch buying drugs, we got money from that. Minuscule amounts. Dos axes. Medallion boy sees floor again. Venus was her name. Yeah, gosh. I wonder what Kara's implying about the pedestal, because, like, obviously I was unable to check what was on that pedestal. I did go into every pendant dungeon. It was just money. Okay, never mind. The pedestal is trash. What the heck? Okay, well, ped trash once again. Which is to be expected usually. You know, that is how it be. Yeah, you know, I think we ranged over the course of about 30 minutes, let's be honest. Kara finished at 1 hour and 33, Servo at 1 hour 39, Taco also 1 hour 39, just 40 seconds after Servo, Saku 157, and me 157, 40 seconds after Saku. So yeah, really 1 leader and then 2 groups of followers after that. Steve did not finish, it's fine. Here's the important stuff. First sword, almost 10 minutes, took me 10 minutes to find a sword. Flute in 25, 26, Mirror in 36, no swordless kills, 5 fighter sword kills, I hated those, 3 master sword kills, 2 tempered sword kills. Never found the gold sword, I wonder where it was. 1,200 damage taken. A lot. I got beat up a bunch. Almost 3,000 magic used. Probably because I didn't have half magic. 44 bonks, 9 save and quits. That's not a lot of bonks. Almost 5 minutes spent in menus, and almost 8 minutes spent lagging. I expected more time in menus given that Argus fight. Collection rate of 164 to 216, total time 156.05, 0.49, or in real numbers 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 48 seconds. Yeah. Not bad. I found a lot of stuff. Never found the bug net, which is fine. Never found that one bottle. Finished with 2 empty bottles. I was worried that I wouldn't have any magic left for Ganon. My fears proved to be unfounded as I was able to properly conserve my magic by using the lamp. But yeah, that is, I guess, the end of the race, and where we say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, for you it is Monday. For me it is Friday. Come back in 2 days. There will be Fallout. I'm also uploading more DuckTales this weekend. I hope you're enjoying that. It has fantastic music. Check it out.